Acts 27, verse 21. But after losing abstinence from food, then Paul stood in the midst of them and said, "Men, you should have listened to me and not have sailed from Crete and incurred this disaster and loss. And now I urge you to take heart. There will be no loss of life among you, but only of the ship." In this passage, we see Paul on his way to Rome, and him and the people that are with him start facing this storm. And it's been days, it's been weeks, it's been months, and this is one of those storms that just doesn't seem to pass. It doesn't seem that there's end in sight. And as holy as we make Paul out to be, we always think that he's this character that would never do something ironic or something that we would do. And we see him in this passage that he's literally looking at his friends and he's saying, "Guys, you should have listened to me. Like, you shouldn't have done it. Come on." He's actually saying, "I told you so." Because earlier he tells them, we shouldn't leave this place, we shouldn't leave Crete because of the storm. And now they get caught up on the storm and he's telling them, "You should have listened to me." How often are we put in situations because of other people's mistakes, people that we have around us? That's why as a Christian, we always have to be careful who our relationships are and who you're keeping close to you, because you don't want to be facing storms that you shouldn't be facing. You see Paul here on his way to Rome, and he's with people he doesn't really want to be with, on a boat he shouldn't be on, to face charges that for crimes he didn't even commit. Be careful who you have around you and the storms you want to face because of those people. He tells them that an angel came to him at night and told them that they would be saved and that nothing would be lost. What I see here is that sometimes because of other people's mistakes, we think that it's over and that we're facing something we shouldn't face, but God takes those mistakes and he turns them into miracles. You see what happened to Joseph, where Joseph at the end, when he meets with his brothers, he says, "You guys meant this for evil, but God meant it for good." We see the hand of God even in other people's mistakes, where we think that things aren't gonna work out and we think that we're facing something that we shouldn't. God turns that mistake into a miracle. And then we hear Paul saying that an angel came to him and told him that there would be no loss of life, but the boat would perish. The boat was not gonna survive. We see that he's frustrated here because he's going through something he really shouldn't be going through, but he's not giving up hope. He's going down, the ship is going down, the folks, they're all gonna go down in the water, in the ocean, but he's not letting his hope get dragged down with the boat. He's not letting his hope in the promise that God made him and what God told him that he was gonna do, which was make it to Rome. Although the ship was going down, the promise of God still stood in the midst of his struggle in the middle of the storm.